into second episode of the Sunday SoulJah series. I got Mr. Mel Kross himself, OG Mel Kross in the building. Let the people know who you be. Talk to the people, Kross. You
You
know what I
already
mean?
know, everybody know that don't know what I'm saying? Mel Cross, you know what I'm saying? Uh Everybody know who it is and what it is, man. I'm not gonna sit here and really. It's one thing about me. I always been humble, man. I never been the one that was ride my own coattail where I just felt like I was just better than anybody and everything. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, humbly Smell Cross. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. One of the original 5'9" brims. You know what I'm saying? One of the founders of NYBBA movement. You know what I'm saying? Founder of Outlaw 20 Brims, you know what I'm saying, was the second hood under NYBBA, was 5'9" Brim, East Homicide, and Outlaw 20. I mean,
Yeah, man. So the Soldier series is here to commemorate, to give flowers and to big up the brothers like yourself that turned around criminal past, confronted, changed your life, came out here a
mhm.
new man, and you working for our communities. We want to commend you. We want to salute you for that. Salute you for making that change. The hardest battles that we fight is amongst ourselves. As well as, we losing a lot of us. We getting older, you know what I'm saying? We want people to see our flowers while we here, and how much we appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? For the work that you put in prison and in the streets, you know what I'm saying, with these kids and the stuff that you're doing now. So let the people know, about yourself, a little bit about yourself, where you came from, where you from, and how you came up and stuff.
Yeah, first of all, I want to appreciate you, man, because it ain't really easy out there. You know what I'm saying, doing this work. You know what I'm saying. So you already know Mel Cross. You know what I'm saying. I'm from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying. Born and raised. My beginning starts at Hunts Point. You know what I mean? That's where I'm originally from, Hunts Point, a couple of blocks down from Spofford over there on Lafayette between Brown and Longfellow. Um, from there, I moved around many different parts of the Bronx, you know what I'm saying, Soundview, but I mainly stayed in on 183rd. I moved to 183rd and Grand between Evelyn and North 2305. And then I had moved to over there on Crescent. I was on the concourse that I moved, I was on Crescent right there, 183rd. That's my foundation. That's where I'm from. You know, um, Prior to me coming home now, which was 2016, you know, I was incarcerated. I spent more time of my life in prison than I was in the real world. That was include my baby years when I learned how to walk and everything like that. You know what I mean? So me becoming blood at the time we became blood. And once I got them scriptures, man, and I started reading the manuals, you know what I'm saying? I started reading that constitution. I read, understood the prayer. I understood, you know what I'm saying, the 1 to 14s. I understood our 30 rules and I embodied them. You know what I'm saying? We got to read 3 times a day. You got to read stuff from Revolutionary. You got to read stuff on book. We are bastards of the Panther Party. So you know what I'm saying? We're the vanguard of the community. We doing this, we doing that. You know what I'm saying? We, study shit about Angela Davis and all of them, protesting and, how the feds was, you know what I'm saying, killing a lot of the Panthers and, a lot of the history and everything that was going on. So as me being a true damn mood and what I stood for and the purpose, what I became home for, it was only right that I came home and embodied that. You know what I'm saying? So now all the teaching and all the, rhetoric in prison, you know what I'm saying, now coming outside, motherfucker had to walk that walk, bro, because you know what I'm saying, we own that and that's just what it's about. You know what I mean?
Right. So, well, what made you go to the streets in the first place? Why did you go to the streets when you was in the Bronx as a youngin coming up? What made you connect with that?
You talking about I'm sorry about that. Say that again. Pardon me,
What,
Scrap.
like when you first was coming up, what made you go to the streets? You caught prison time. You know what I mean? What made you
Um,
go to the streets?
what made me go to the streets, honestly, is I come I come from the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's like I ain't choose the streets chose me. My father, you know what I'm saying, may he rest in power.
R.I.P.
He went back to the essence when I was about 12 years old. You
Sorry
know
to
what
hear
I'm
that, man.
saying?
Right.
But in Hunts Point, you know what I'm saying, he was a legend, you know what I'm saying? He was one of the he was a boxing champion out there. There used to be a lot of street fighting out there. Back in the day, there was a lot of boxing and stuff out there. So he's doing a lot. He actually the one that taught Eddie Ed how to fight, right? Hunter Eddie Ed with the long dreads.
Oh,
He
word.
taught Eddie Ed how to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Eddie Ed from Hunts Point. You know, they from right there on Seneca and Bryan, right there in the corner. That's they block between Lafayette and Seneca and Bryan Avenue. You know what I mean? So it was like growing up, you know what I mean? You're not having a father. You know, my mother had me when she was 17 years old, you know, so it was like I was the only child, you know, for a long period of time. And so it was like when you go into the neighborhood and you meet your friends, you know, now you want to go hang out with your friends. You're hanging right here on the corner. You know what I'm saying? I basically that's how it starts. But then, you know, but when you look at my family, I have a lot of alpha males. My father was an alpha male. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things that's why I would never. That's why I say I would never like give my son junior or something like that because I don't want them to feel like they obligated to walk in my shoes and everything because they're my son. They have to have their own identity. So I was always like had to be like mirrored behind my father. I look just like my father. You know, people were saying I act like him when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So that was on me. And then you know, Silver Dollar people who know who Silver Dollar is, he had his own chapter of Zulu Nation right there on 176th University where the family, everything was at. And Silver Dollar, that's Dizzy's brother. And then you got my cousin Dizzy, you know what I'm saying, running around, everybody's known, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was always there. And then when you look at me being from 183rd and everything, you got a lot of legends and hood legends that come from out there. You know what I'm saying? You got the Tom, it's too many to name. You know what I'm saying? It's too many to name, but that's where I come from. So, you know, that's what it is, you know what I mean?
Right, right. Um, so how old were you when you caught your first bid? Because I know you caught a couple bids. How old were you when you caught your
When I
first one?
caught my first bid was 9-4, because you know I was getting locked up and everything, but 9-4 is when I caught my first bid on 182nd at Creston, you know, selling that dope. I done caught gun charges and everything, but because I was young and stuff like that, I was getting thrown out or, you know, was getting dropped and, you know, stuff like that. But selling dope on 182nd and Crescent. I caught my first bid. I caught a 1 to 3. Out that 1 to 3, I only did like 4 months.
How was that? How was the first time touching prison? How was that? How did that go?
I'm on. It was a different experience, you know, from being in Spofford and everything. It was wild
Oh,
because you know we
you were an adolescent at that time.
yeah, I was an adolescent. So, you know, I was in the four building. You know how that was, four buildings, adolescents at war. So you had a lot of grown kids there too. You had a lot of kids that was over the adolescent age, but was playing adolescents, you know, bullying motherfuckers over the phone. You know, the phones was going straight out. Everybody walking with their chain, they sneakers, you know what I'm saying? Everybody getting robbed, everybody getting cut, you know what I'm saying? Jumped up, you know how it was, borough things going on. Latin King thing was starting on. You know, the four building was hot at that time. That's when Heck Tech and all of them was in the building too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but it was rough, but it was a turning point when I went up north, which was a whole totally different experience from Rikers Island. You know, where you got a lot of Caucasian, you know, officers, whereas opposed to Rikers Island, you got a majority of black and Latino. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Mary.
Officers and
Appreciate you.
all that. Yeah, slow to the channel. Salute to the channel. Definitely salute to the channel. It's definitely all love, and I definitely appreciate what you're doing right now because my, you know, like minds think alike. And with that being said, you my ear, like you know, I think I was thinking about doing something like that too, man, because you know we see a lot of slander and a lot of BS going on just for views and just for you know what I'm saying, just for the sake of content, you
Right.
know. But it's like when are you going to give people their just due for what they're doing or what they did, regardless of whatever mistakes they made? Because even how people be talking about a lot of the first OGs that was OGs before we became one that was we was looking up to, a lot of them made mistakes, a lot of them did this, that, and the other. But guess what? Regardless to what, they inspired everybody else to pick up their fag and kept the momentum going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So without them, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't have been no edges. So at the end of the day, you got to give them some type of respect and no love because without them, it wouldn't have been no us. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Salute to Smitty Brimman, a lot going on. He gives out a lot of flowers. He got a show where he give out his flowers too. Um, so y'all can tune into him. I know you said, you probably gonna start doing it too. We need to have more shows from all of us that's bigging up, our elders and our legends, man. A lot of times, you know, we, other cultures, other people, like they big their legends up, they big up their elders, warriors or whatever, they idolize them. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start idolizing ourselves more and stop destroying each other. Like since Shaka Zulu on them, that's something that's like handed down to us, and especially with the Willie Lynch syndrome. It's we destroying our elders to take their spot instead of
Yes.
holding them in high regard. So we held, how we was when we came through. We held our elders in high regard. If they was black, no matter it was Spanish or whatever, as long as they was solid and they was sturdy, Muslim guards, all of them rock with us. You know what I'm saying? All of them, we looked up to our elders. They taught us, the Black Panthers, the real ones. They came and schooled us, and we respect to all our elders.
Nailed it. You nailed it. I apologize if I cut off your wisdom, but you nailed it because, that's ancestral worship. That's things that we spoke about, what I'm saying, when we was on the island coming up, what I'm saying, we was twinning and all that. Is that like when you look at George Washington Bridge, when you look at this park and they naming it after these people, they naming it after these people to keep their legacy alive, to keep their name up in the air. You know what I'm saying? When you look at and I don't want to, pick on anybody or nothing like that because I'm not, being biased. I'm just using this to make a point. You know, every time a Jew becomes a billionaire, they celebrate him. They support him. Because you know why? When he becomes a billionaire, that means automatically a few of them become millionaires. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? They deal with cooperative economics. If you own a laundromat and I own the store, this person own this person own that. We put like this, I would click on with all the stores in the community. Every dollar is going to touch each of our hands about 17 times before it even leave the community. But when it comes back to the community, when it do leave the community, it's only to leave the community because we need more resources to put back in. But
right,
everybody profits off of it.
right.
You know what I'm
Our
saying?
money.
So that's the same thing when it deal with the ancestral worship because that's why we gotta is a fact that we gotta understand, our historical, you know what I'm saying, our history and where we come from and know who we are. We gotta understand who historically hate us and what happened to us so we know where we was at then and we know where we need to go now. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at in another proof about that is like Attica. May everybody rest in heaven that passed in that, you know what I'm saying, all the oppressed. You know what I mean? They fought for a lot of things that me and you benefited off personally when we was incarcerated.
Right,
When we came home and everything, whatever, these guys that's locked up now said, yo, you know what? And gave it all away. Now they can't even get packages or nothing for their family and doing this, that, and the other. You know what I'm
that's true.
saying?
Right,
And then now look at all these state prisons are now on strike. So who's feeding our people in there? Who's taking care of our people in there? Like,
right,
what the fuck is really going on? So this is one of the reasons why, too, I said also I'm gonna start reaching back out to like a lot of the comrades that we left behind the wall. You know what I'm saying? One of the reasons why I really wasn't in contact because I felt like when I was going through what I was going through, I went with that alone. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like complaining, I wasn't crying, I wasn't writing nobody no letters asking for support or help or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I held it down. So when I isolated myself, subconsciously I took that same mentality out. You know what I'm saying? Without even knowing, because I love my comrades regardless.
right. Um, Yeah, bro, we got a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? But big up to everybody that's bigging up our soldiers, that's bigging up our peoples, that's bigging up our warriors, that's bigging up on our elders. We need more of that. It's enough people shooting us down on the internet. We go back and forth. We have our little wars and little stuff. So we need to have shows where we only commemorating good things and bigging up good lives. You know what I'm saying? All right. So you went up top. You came home. Um, what was it like? What was your coming back after you went up? How was it coming back? You still young, right? I know
I
you
came
still a
back.
kid.
Yeah, I came back when I was up top. I was like what? Maybe like 9'4". I was like maybe about 19, 18, maybe something like that. 17. No, younger, a little younger than that. I was in Comstock for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? That bugged me out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to gladiator school, whatever, you're a kid and everything, whatever. And you don't even have the time to be in there amongst people that got natural life and, stuff like that. But I was only there waiting for a bed to be across the street of Washington. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It's the adolescent medium, what I'm saying, that and green at the time. And then I got work release. I went home. I went home to Fulton Correctional Facility, which is right across the street from Katona Park. You know what I'm saying, on Fulton Avenue between what's that, Claremont Parkway and what's that, 171st.
Right.
And then while I was on work release, you know, I'm young, went back to the hood, doing what I do. You know, got caught up again, did a 3.5 to 7. Uh Again, I was only locked up for like 2 years. Got work release. That's when I was with that's when me and Pistol Pete and all this was together in the 3 building. You know what I'm saying? Back in 9-5. You know what I'm saying? Quellanola was in there too. We was in 8 block. I think they was in 3 block or something like that. You know what I
So
mean?
that's when you turned down Mo?
Yeah, that's that bit right there. I turned that move right.
All right. So when you get locked back up, you got locked back up for what that time?
I got locked up for a gun, and I got locked up for drugs again.
All right. So you on the island, you neutral, is going from borough stuff. You see what's going on. Give us an outlook of when, now it's back to roll call. We probably did 1,000 roll calls together. We back to who you be, what's that you claim, why you bang? Why you bang?
I mean,
What
I
made you
mean,
what
yeah,
made you start
shit.
banging? What made you embrace
I'm saying,
the struggle, bro?
all right, what made me embrace the struggle actually was a situation that happened on my last bid. You know what I'm saying? But that was unfinished situation that happened because I had ended up going up north. But at the end of the day, it was like, I'm young. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got, my family, everybody coaching me. You got a 1.5 to 3. Motherfucker, you got a chance to be here, be back home within 90 days, nigga. Go ahead and cop out and boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? So when I came back through on this bid, it was a little different. I'm a little older. I'm a little more experienced. You know what I'm saying? I was around a few of my comrades, like Kev 357. You know what I'm saying? He was over there with Big Smoke and all of them. You know what I'm saying? I was in the building when we was in the 3 building. It was me, Pistol Pete, Take No Shorts, and rest in peace, Brave Dave, Drama. You know what I'm saying? Drama was one of the ones that
R.I.P.
really was taught me. Yeah, R.I.P. You know, Drama, Brave Dave, the original Brave Dave from RPT,
Right.
and he the one taught me how to bid, you know what I'm saying, and showed me, showed me the way and everything. So it was like, my name sound like something in the street because I was somebody in the street. My team, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know about my team. I won a third team in the street, how we was out there doing what we doing, not only in the hood, in the Bronx and everything, but in Baltimore. We was up in Philly, you know what I'm saying? We was up in motherfucking Boston over there in OP Projects, with Gardner, where they made that movie at.
Right.
We was up in them projects and everything. So, when you come to prison, and you in the Bronx and everything, everybody know each other, everybody heard each other. So, this is such and such, this is such and such. And then, I'm Dizzy little cousin, you know what I'm saying? Rambo and all them from the third, they been putting on whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I had no choice but to carry that torch, you know what I'm saying? And then, I didn't even know at the time that OG Mac was who they were saying where he was. When I had went to the box and Sunday had brought me home, you know what I'm saying? That's who brought me on prime time, you know what I'm saying? And Sunday's from over there on Tremont and Harrison, you know what I'm saying? Right across the street for 82. And when I went outside, I seen, I'm like, yo, what's up? So he talking to me like, yo, then he stopped me. And OG Mac was when he started talking, everybody just started like roll call and everything. He was throwing up all type of signs and he knew all the codes. Like he was spitting so many codes so fast, it was like ridiculous. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And then they was like, yo, this OG Mac. I'm like, yo, this homie raised me. Like, this OG Mac, yo. Boo, boo, boo. And I was like, oh, shit, he always was on some blood shit back in the day. But, we wasn't really paying no attention to that. You know what I'm saying? So that only just made the fire burn. It just made me want to be a part of it. And like I said, I already had little run-ins because, I had a run-in with Heck Tech and Sebastian and them. They jumped me in the 4 building.
Oh, word?
Yeah, Heck Tech, Sebastian, them, they jumped me in the 4 building in the New Jack House. In the New
Wow.
Jack House. Bust what happened. Because I was going to tell it on my shit, but I'm going to tell it right now. I'm going to give you some sauce, man. I'm going to give you some sauce, man. But I'm
Clip
going
it
to
and
put this on
clip
mine
it and put
anyway.
it on your joint too.
Yeah, you know that. But so what happened was Heck Tech and Sebastian had robbed somebody. They had robbed Quintel man, Scar, RFP
Scar.
Scar. Rest in peace
R.I.P.
to the
Scar.
gangster.
R.I.P. Scar.
That's word Southside finest, you know what I'm saying? So Scar, man, they snuffed up his stuff. I peeped the whole shit. Me and him came into the house together. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw what happened, so he's like, yo, what's up with my shit, whatever, whatever. So I played it cool. Now, mind you, it's my first time, you know what I'm saying, whatever, what have you. So I was in the bathroom. He like, yo, bro, yo, what's up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, not for nothing. Them Latin King niggas did it. You know what I'm saying? Now, it was like 9 or 10 of them, and they always in the back. This was their house. They ran the house. This is their house. So, you know, whoever don't get down with them, you know what I'm saying, is finito with them. So I told son, why this motherfucker go back and tells these niggas that I told him that they took his stuff?
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know this happened. I don't know none of this.
Right.
Later on, down at, you know, they rocked me. Later on, they're like, yo, come in the back. So in the back, niggas is rhyming, niggas playing cards, niggas came from the back, yoke me.
Word.
Word, yoke me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yoke me, feed me, outed me, put me in the bed. I woke up like, what the everything dawned to me, whatever, whatever. My shit was packed. Police was already getting me out. Everybody already knew what happened, whatever, whatever. And word them up. And then that was the same dude. That was the same dude that was running around with Quintel in the fall bill. I can't remember his fucking name, but I was looking for this dude ever since. I kid you not. So from that incident, so when people be saying, hey, yo, Kings wasn't doing this or whatever, 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 that's bullshit. I experienced it. And this was my
Right.
first time coming through, and I wasn't fucking with nobody. I'm trying to do 3 months and get the fuck out.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
now, pardon me. So now when I'm on my next bid, oh nah, I'm on my bullshit. I'm on my bullshit. And then that's why when I came home on that last one, right? That's why when I came home the last when I on that last bid, when I came through and I had the murder, the attempted murder, I'm like, man, listen, it's a chance I'm never coming home again. Know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gonna respect my shit in here. And I'm gonna lay my shit down. And that's why I was going hard the way I was going hard. Like, yo, fuck, know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that shit ain't going on. But you know, real being real, bro, that was my turning point for me. That's when I'm like, yo, man, I'm gonna put on for these shit and whatever. But the crazy thing is that Puerto Ricans, Boricuas, they're my family. Like it fucked me. It was confusing coming in prison with this mindset because on the outside, these niggas my best friends. I got Spanish. I got people in my family that's my blood. That's Latino.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like really fucked up. But you know, understanding the mentality. You know what I'm saying? Understanding the mentality is this: power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Right.
So, in order for you to express your power, you gotta have some type of demand or exert your energy for people to accept and recognize that authority. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So these are all of the psychological things that people was doing. Just like us. When we bang and when we putting in and we was going what we was doing in, we was putting in because we wanted, when niggas talked our name, we wanted to be one of the first 5 people, you know what I'm saying, to be mentioned when your set is mentioned. And
Right.
remember,
Right.
we put it into a point where it's an act of terrorism where the person that you put it in on would be scared to retaliate. You know what I'm saying? And the people that observe and watch the shit
Right.
wouldn't even want no fucking smoke with you at all.
Right.
So these were the psychological things that we was playing with the enemy and playing with everybody else that some was aware and other wasn't aware.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, even to this day, I be around Puerto Ricans all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's family. So it was
Right.
like really confusing. But as you see, you had a lot of Boricuas, Puerto Ricans that also ended up turning blood also as well. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But shout out to the motherfucking Boricua. That's family too.
Yeah,
You know
shout
how
out,
we
salute
do
to
it.
the
You know what I'm
you know,
saying?
salute
Shout
to
out
the
to
peoples, man.
Boricuas, B.
Salute to the peoples, man. We all one. We all one people. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So I first coming on the Damo, you home. You know, you doing that. All right, you know, we know a lot of different guys that bang. Some was on Color Time. Some was on Revolutionary Time. You know, what time did you really? Some was on Getting Money Time. You know, we got different guys we know, and they all was putting their work. They all still official. They all still official. You was, from what I seen about you, you was more on a revolutionary mindset. Um, you knew your stuff. What made you choose to bang that way, to be that kind of banger? What made you choose that type of way?
I was sincere in what I was reading and what I was being taught in our lessons. You know what I'm saying? What our Constitution told us. They say that we was the bastard child of the Black Panther Party, right? So
Right.
we had. So I started reading SoulJah, brother. I read A
I was gonna
Taste of
ask you that.
Power. Yeah, I read A Taste
I
of
was gonna
Power.
ask you the
Read the
books.
48 Laws.
You
Read The
gave me a
Art of
lot of them
War.
books. You was giving me books. You know what I'm saying? But go,
No,
bro.
yeah, know what I'm
I don't
saying.
want to take
So
your interview. I don't want to say the books. Go in, you This is your flowers. You know what I'm saying? We want your
yeah, nah, I
history. We
appreciate
want
that
your
word.
energy.
But before I even give my salute, I want to say salute to everybody that's in the chat. It's mad love. Yo,
Yo, salute to the peoples,
I
man.
see keep seeing a Frankie Boo coming up. That's Frankie Boo, Frankie
That's
Boo?
Frankie Boo. Yeah, that's Frankie Boo in
Get
here.
the
Yeah,
fuck. Hey yo, Frankie Boo, salute,
he got a
salute
channel.
Crown Heights finest. That's Crown Heights finest. I didn't know that was Frankie Boo, man. I got mad love, mad
Frankie
respect
Boo
for
got a
Frankie
channel
Boo,
too.
B.
Salute Frankie Boo. He got a channel.
Yeah, Frankie Boo
Go
been
follow
putting
him.
on. I
Vertical
didn't know that
feed.
was Frankie Boo, bro.
It's called Frankie Boo, a vertical feed. Make sure y'all go follow Frankie Boo, man. Somebody drop his link. Y'all can drop y'all links to the shows. When people was getting mentioned, I ain't tripping off that. Drop the links for the peoples, you know what I'm saying, that's
Oh
doing
man,
the
yo,
right
salute.
content.
Well, salute to the low live, the old slow live, Ralph Lord, those my boys, those my guys. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. motherfucking excelling all them. You know what I'm saying? You know, salute to Sandman, all them Albany projects, man. You know, that was basically the motherfucking headquarters for Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, back then. But getting back to me, and then it's like me
So the books,
learning
you was saying books, and I interrupt you.
my
Keep going on
books.
the books,
Yeah,
because we want
my
to let these
books.
people get these books. Go ahead.
Yeah, I read Soul on Ice. You know, I read a lot of spiritual books by from Yoruba. What's this sister name again? The Queen. She ended up getting her own show. Um, she be healing people again. Trying to like bring their life back. Ayana Vincent.
Right, Ayana Vincent,
She
fire,
had a
yeah.
lot of books, you know what I'm saying, spiritual books on like how I was learning how to like control and be out my feelings, how, strengthen my lungs and do certain things and be at peace. But those that once I started reading that and I started learning history, how what the reason how the FBI was formed with J. Edgar Hoover. I read the whole story about J. Edgar Hoover, how the FBI was formed, basically to eradicate, you know what I'm saying, the Nation of Islam and the motherfucker in the they was mainly put there to for the Nation of Islam, all black, what they call radicals, and the mafia. You know what I'm saying? Then when I read about Seneca Village, how they took Seneca Village from us. You know what I'm saying? Remember, that was a certain part of Central Park. If I believe that was from 72nd Street to 77th Street. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
On the west side. You know what I'm saying? That was Seneca Village. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know what I'm saying? We had our own village, we had our own school, we had our own this. The same thing with Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? And how, like FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, how they just went up in the house, you know what I'm saying, and killed Fred Hampton in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? While the babies were asleep, they was all in the bed. You know what I'm saying? They threw the smoke bombs and they shot through the door and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was doing us dirty. Even like right now, they got Fred Hampton Jr. locked up. They harassing his son off of shit that their father was doing. Remember, Fred Hampton, he was the leader of the Chicago chapter of the Panthers. And he was only 18, 17 at the time.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta realize and we can't forget the shit that they did to us. Like, look at all the things, no disrespect to a lot of people from other countries that's doing way worse and that's coming here to get a better life for themselves.
right,
But our government seems to cater to them more because it's a political thing than to help people that built this nation on forced labor. We
right,
didn't get nothing in return. We didn't get shit. Only thing we got promises and we're gonna go to court and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Every great leader we had, they killed them. Every billionaire, somebody that we had, they found ways to tear them down. And
right.
then it's quick for us to flip on them because we have no unity. They systematically divided us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, man, and this is why it was important to us because we having a love for our people. We have to pass the torch down. That's just like a lot of our 70s and 80s music. Those was revolutionary music. If we don't play that music, our youth ain't gonna never know that shit even existed. That's
Right,
not nobody else's obligation but our own.
right.
Feel me? Well, bro. So I love the chat, and I'm trying to,
It's mad people
stay
in there. It's
focused
mad
on it,
people in
but
here.
it's
Salute to
mad
Smitty. Salute.
love.
It's
It's
mad people
mad
in here.
love.
It's mad people in here. Yo, Black Guard, salute. Just Eric. I see Matt Mary. Queens Guard. Salute to everybody, man. Hit the like button. Get the likes up, man. This is
Get
a
them
great
likes
show. This is
up.
great content. Hey, yo. So what is your favorite book, and what is your favorite book, and what book do you think motivated you the most to be the person that you are today?
Hmm, that's deep.
If you could just name one book for somebody to read, a black young man like yourself, what you was going through and who you were at that time, if you could just tell them like, yo, you gotta read this book. Because we was reading
If
all
I
kind of
tell
books.
somebody to read one book, I would have to give it to the father of Black American history, who was Carter G. Woodson, who gave us Black History Week, what later became to Black History Month, in which we end right now in its ending days. The reason why I said him is because, he dedicated his life to find out the truth about our history at times when everything was lies, at times when if they knew that you knew how to read, they would lynch you or kill you. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. He dedicated all his life into writing these books to feed us this knowledge, and even to the point where we even have a month in our celebration, in our glory, in our dignified days. And it's crazy because just last week, no, but the February 1st, Trump said that he wants to stop all those type of celebrations because it divides the United States. So therefore, what you're trying to tell us is that you're taking away from our history, us building this planet. I mean, us building this country. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even know the 14th Amendment was put in existence for citizenship, was put in existence for Black slave children.
I just seen you post that some about that
Yes,
today. I
yes,
just seen that. Yeah, that was a good clip. I seen that.
yes. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that could come here and get citizenship is able to get citizenship because the enslaved people, our ancestors that came over here against their will, their children was born into it. They didn't, they didn't expect planes and ships and people be coming over here to seek, what I'm saying, citizenship. It was at the beginning stage. You got to remember, America is still young compared to all these other countries. But also like the 48 laws too, man. But that's a real dangerous book because if you have a weak mind, it will corrupt you.
You be a whole snake out here.
Yeah, because I see people trying to use the 48 laws. That's why we started making fun of it. Talking about, yeah, niggas trying to use the 48 laws of flour now. And we used to be dubbing it down because
Nah, they
some
dudes
people
started getting crazy with that though in jail. They was doing all kind of weird stuff, trying to infiltrate sets and spy. Yo, they was wild with that 48 laws.
think Think and Grow Rich was another good book
Think and
too.
Grow
Somebody
Rich
just
is a
put
great
think
book.
that was a great book also. But like I said, I can't really contribute it to one. But if I have to embody, I would say that also because what I'm saying, you acknowledge that, what I'm saying, I always was revolutionary minded. Even when, what I'm saying, us and Moshe, we used to be together, when we was outside the crowd, high school, always running around, and Moshe was always saying too, like, he's like, yo, damn man, every time I wrote you, Mel, it was like I was reading a book, the words you was using, you was using different words, different terminology. And that's what made them revolutionary books dangerous also. Because it wasn't meant for us to go back in that time, use their same lingo and use their same methods. So
That's
for
true.
some people, it corrupted them and it fucked them up. You know what I'm saying? The information kind of like traumatized them, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And then others, was able to stand strong. That just like with this damn Wu thing. It was nothing for me if I ever did something wrong to take my L, take my five love, whatever, and I'm gonna bang and do what I come to get off that shit and be much better than before. But then you got others that's they're what's that word again when they were narcissistic, where they just always right and whatever the case be, and they'd be even lying to themselves.
Right, right, right. Um, So, all right, you know, you
Hit
joined
that
up.
like button, hit them likes, hit them like button, hit that like.
All right, you joined up. You studying. You reading books. You end up even getting married in prison, right?
Yes, I had got married in prison.
How was that? How was that? How was that relationship? How that go?
All right, so I was on my last bid, you know, I got back locked up 9/7. Now, mind you, I did the 3.5 to 7. I came home on work release. So I actually caught that murder and attempted murder and all that while I was on work release. I was only home for about 70 something days. And I was on a run. I went to Alabama because my mother and them was born in Alabama. They're really from Mobile and all that down there. You know, they was even born down there. My generation, all that, we was born up here. So you know, I was running on a run for a while. You know, I got like back locked up. The 3 years I was on an island, me and my baby moms wasn't together. You know, she was living her life, I was living my life. At that time, remember we had Lady Kross, you know, my wife at the time from Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? So throughout my
Right.
course of my bid, I had a few, you know, women in my life. But when I got up north and I had copped out to the 20 years, remember everybody thought I was bugging. Like, this nigga man copped out to 20 years, this nigga bugging now, yo, he
MK thought I
wilding.
was bugging too when I took
Yo,
15 to life. He was like, "Yo, you wilding. I ain't taking nothing."
remember,
Because remember, he went home. He beat his
yeah,
case. Remember, MK beat his case. I
yeah.
seen him in Bronx Supreme after I copped out. He was like, "You
I ain't gonna
bugging."
say, oh, I see Zeke Black in here too. Yo, Zeke Black, salute, man. I
Salute
ain't
to
gonna
everybody in the
front, man.
building.
You know, Zeke Black was one of the people, you know what I'm saying, not to change the subject, but he was one of the people that was really like, yo, Mel, you need to get on YouTube. I was a little bro and everything, you know, we went through our little situation of, but that's bro though, you know what I'm saying? That's bro though,
Right.
man. You know what I mean? But move it along. Then what I was just saying, what was the last thing I was saying before I said that?
Um, you was talking about, I think, Lady Cross. You was talking about getting married. You was talking about
Right,
that.
right, right. And so when I went up north and I copped out to the time, she felt like empathy for me, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got my daughter out there and everything like that. So she came through and started coming to see me when I got the Sing Sing. I got the Sing Sing when I first came to Sing Sing. She was coming to see me, started seeing my daughter, seeing my stepkids, you know, chopping it up. Um, and then when I got the Comstock is when we got married. But honestly, I didn't really want to get married. I was gonna get married, but just for the trailers and be with my kids and everything, because I'm like, yo, realistically, I'm doing 20 years. You're gonna be out there doing what you gotta do, live your life, you know what I'm saying? You know, and because honestly, if I was out there, I'd have been doing that. Even if I was home, with you being home, I would have still been doing that respectfully because that wasn't our situation. She wasn't my girl in the streets. You understand what I'm saying? But
Right.
she happened to have a baby of mine, whatever. So, you know, it is what it is. She had my baby while I was locked up
Right.
on my previous bed. You know what I'm saying? Because my daughter was actually, she was born while I was in prison. The whole time she was, and until I came home now, she was in prison. You know what I'm saying? So when I came in, she was in her, when I got locked up, she was in her mother belly. When I finally came home, where I came home now, she was in college.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So she's like, nah, I'm gonna stay with you, whatever. She wants to stay with me. We got married. Situation happened with her on a visit. I remember that, right? Where she got in an argument with this dude, moms and everything, whatever. We squashed it on a visit. The next time, her cousin get into it with the same mother, but being that it had nothing to do with my baby mom, she didn't tell me. And that's when dudes try to hit me up, you know what I'm saying, in contact, whatever. So I went to the box. We started beefing behind that shit, you know. So and that's when Elevator became Brim off that situation. Star Brim and Cold Defendant. That's how he
Right.
became Brim off that situation. He one of the ones that turned up. He was neutral at the time.
Right.
He ones that, shut Comstock down for me. So make a long story short, so when I got to the box, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't even fucking my baby mom. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, fuck, So then when I came to Auburn, I got out the boxing with the Auburn, me and her reconciled. You know what I'm saying? She was with me for like 3 years. I got trailers. And then she boogied on me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of people, when you look at the narrative, it looks like, oh, we was together 25. We might have knew each other around that time. But in all due reality and respectfully, because I'm not trying to bash, I'm just, giving facts as always. We was probably maybe together about 4 years in total.
So let me ask you this. How was the effects of having a relationship or on and off a relationship? How did it affect your time? How did that affect your bed?
I ain't gonna hold you. When you got a woman that's writing you, man, coming to see you, bringing your kids, man, that's the utmost respect, man, because it's hard out here. Especially if you got kids and see a female single woman and you got multiple kids, you got to feed them. You got to make sure their homework is done. You got to make sure their clothes is done. You got to make sure
Right.
their health is good. You got to take them to the um um you know medical
Doctor's
appointments. You
appointments.
got to
Yeah.
go to them to school. You got to handle all that. You got to be mom, dad, and then some. And you doing
Right.
everything by yourself. And then still have enough time to go see me. Now think about it, the further you are away from New York City, the longer the drive is for them to come see. So when she had to come see me, she had to leave the house like 9 something the night before to get to the van, standing outside the middle of nowhere, to get to the van, to get on the van, to drive up here, and and once they get there, wash up, straighten up and everything, put money on my account, get the food and everything, only for me to come out there 9, 10 o'clock.
Right.
So they did all that to see me for like 5 hours and to go and take that long ride home. And and she was doing that shit faithfully for years, B. You know what I'm saying? Even the time that we was together, like I did describe, I could never appreciate and respect her enough for that, bro.
Right.
Because that I was able to still be in my children's life.
Right.
They was still able to see me. And then when we was on the trailers, that was 72 hours of unsupervision. It was like I was in the street. We got a house, they got their room, we got the room, we could do everything we would do like if we was free. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I couldn't, that's something that's invaluable that money or nothing could have never gave me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I salute that. And then think about it like this. You on your tier, the CO come with the mail. Everybody getting mail, everybody getting mail. That shit hurt like hell, man.
Thank you,
And you
baby.
motherfucking walk by. The motherfucker walk by and pass and don't got shit for you, B.
My wife right here cooking for me right now. You heard you saying this
Salute,
right now?
Queen. Salute,
You
sis.
hear they
Salute,
saying it's a
Queen.
quick salute.
Salute,
Give me a kiss.
salute.
Give me a kiss, baby. Give me a
Word
kiss,
up.
baby. Give me a kiss, baby.
Yo,
You can-
so yeah, that support, man, and then to be putting money on your books, to be able to get you sneakers and go through all these things, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot, bro. You know what I'm
did it
saying?
did
So
that did
it's nothing
having
but
her,
respect.
because I know you had FRP as well. I got trailers. You got FRP as well, right? So
Hmm.
having her, did it calm you down? Did it change your life? Did it mature you? Having her, being able to see your kids, still to be something of a family man and enjoy your family and see your family and know like I still have this connection and these people. Did that help you with your bid? Did that stress you
Yes,
out more?
yes,
Did it
yes,
calm you down? What did it do? How did
yes.
it help you?
It helped me a lot. It calmed me down because I had something to look for. That's the closest thing I had for freedom in a long time. Mikey, a lot of people don't realize it, bro. When you behind the wall, you behind the wall, man. Until we go to another jail, we don't even see a tree.
Right,
We don't even see a car.
right,
It's been over a decade. We even seen a house or a street.
right, right.
So to go into the trailer in a whole separate part of the prison, and those are a little other separate compound with little houses where you got a 2-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? Where you could be baby boy, you could be Melvin and baby boy. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be Bill Cosby, whatever you want to be. That's just
Right,
you.
right, right, right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? I mean,
You can have
that's
some.
real
You can have
shit.
some semblance of a reality of being a man, or some semblance of being a reality. Right? It
Uh,
gave you some. It gave you some semblance of reality, a real life setting. Like, you know what I
and
mean?
it kind of like prepared me in reality on what I'm gonna be faced with when I go home on a family aspect. Cause remember, we came in as kids.
Right,
I wasn't a father when I was in the street. My daughter wasn't born.
right,
I learned these things in prison. And a lot of people don't know what you know, Mikey. Remember, I had to pick up, besides hustling, I had to pick up other skills to make bread for the kids. So what I was doing was I learned how to crochet. I was making motherfucking kufis for the Akis. I was making the yarmulkes for the Jews.
Gotta
You know what I'm
get
saying?
money.
I was making a hat and scarves. I made my daughter's sweatshirt, sweatshirts, like, you know, like the fake ass, you know, coochie joints. I made the real official joint. It came from the heart. I spent hours and weeks making these things, making motherfucking croops for the bed. You know what I'm saying? I made teddy bears, and they know that they came from daddy. That, you know what I'm saying? They came from daddy. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
fire. That's fire.
And even
Yo,
on
my
their
wife,
birth,
she always try to get me to just draw stuff and do just like something that's from special from me. You know, I used to always get every jail artist. I give him a picture. If he gets an artist from my company, I give him a picture, send it home to my wife, make a big. We got mad paintings and mad stuff like that. I was getting a lot of stuff like that too, but I wasn't making it myself. Certain stuff I
yeah,
was making, but I
yeah.
I wasn't as nice as you was. You heard?
Nah, man, but you know, you had a lot of other crafts, you know what I'm saying, which was you had the poetry books going on, then you had your book. That's what inspired me to start writing my book, to be honest with you, Mikey.
That's
Word
good.
the
I'm
mother.
glad. And let me tell you something. When me and my wife, when we put that book out, it was still a couple of edits. It was kind of rough, but I'm like, yo, the people need this. Get this out there. So it was a motivation. Like, yo, we got to get it out there because like I said, we came up that bash the children of the Black Panther Party. So all of the Panthers got books. Before we even got on here, I talked to you about that.
Right, right, right.
Before we started this live, all the Panthers, all of them got books, bro. All of them could write, every one of them, and it's important for us to have oral traditions and to leave our legacy. Them legacies gonna be here when we gone. Our
Mhm.
books, you don't know the lifespan of that stuff. We still reading George. We still R.I.P. to George Jackson, Jonathan Jackson. We still reading all the Panthers. The kids, dudes in jail, they still reading all that stuff. So it's important for us to leave our legacy and put our stuff down. But go ahead, bro. Like I said, I don't want to take
Yeah,
this your
but
show.
and that's why I felt, you know, that to need to actually started opening up about a lot of things, right? Because I look at us as real people. What that looks like, honorable people. You know what I'm saying? Those that stand for something, won't fall for anything. The things that I stand on is truth. I stand on real. I stand on principle. You know what I'm saying? You know, a large part of my life, I prided myself on being my own worst critic. You know what I'm saying? So I always strive for perfection. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things that I was doing, man, it was just only to just prepare myself to what I was doing. Because like I said, man, you know, when I took this oath, I meant it, bro. I meant every word that I said. You know what I'm saying? In my actions, I want to show that. But also, it's like I'm learning now to also appreciate the suckers or the fake. The reason why, how can real survive without an opposing things to show the difference? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Only steel
right,
can sharpen steel. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You know, so we're gonna always flock together on the real aspect, but you got to see and know, like, oh shit, you know what? Now I see this. Now I understand that. That's why my favorite quote in the Bible is Ecclesiastes 1:18. With the more wisdom come guilt. With the more, hold up, it's like with the more wisdom come guilt. With the more something comes sorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's like when your eyes open up and the more you start seeing certain things, you change. So it's like when I started learning a lot of the things that I was learning through these books, I started feeling more connected to the universe. A lot of things started making sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So I could only be who I am and walk in our truth. And that's another thing that also goes back to the snake on the road. You see the snake on the road, you pick him up. Oh shit, you fucked up, whatever. Take him to your house, clean his wounds, feed him, nurse him up, heal him. One day you go to pet the snake bites you. And you be like, yo, what the fuck? You could have died. I could have left you inside of the fucking road. You could have been dead. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have came and ate you. You could have did anything, whatever. I took you in. Why would you bite me? And then the snake look at you. I'm a snake.
Right.
You're gonna only be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what your words is. Your character and what you're doing is gonna manifest who you are. I don't really need to hear nothing you say. I just need
Right.
to watch what you do.
Right. So let me ask you this. All right. How long have you been home right now?
I've been home right now, man. Next month will be 9 years, Mikey. This is the first time
That's a blessing.
I've been home this long. You
That's a
know,
blessing. Hold on. I want to just ask you that for
mhm.
it was a lead off question.
Okay.
So what during your time, the gang, whatever, what prepared you, Mel Kross, that you used to be that was going back and forth to prison after doing that long stretch? What prepared you to be the person you are today, the man you are today in prison? What did you do in prison to make that change where you can stay free for this long, for you to do the activists and the work that you're doing in the community now? What were those things that actually did that in prison? What gave you that?
This might surprise you. This is gonna really surprise you. The betrayal of my big homie in the situation I went with NYBBA unjustly.
Mm,
That was a gift and a curse for me. And let me explain why I say that.
I say that too. But go ahead.
Those that don't know, at that time, at the peak of my time, Outlaw 20 was probably the biggest brim hood at the time.
It was big.
One or second biggest hood. And one of the reasons why a lot of other hoods in Brim Army could get big because it's only a certain amount of hoods. And when something happened in another hood and people want to stay Brim, you just fall under, you just go, you know what I'm saying? Or what have you. You know what I'm saying? No shade, it's just facts, right? The people that I saved from getting stabbed, the people that I might have gave a pair of sneakers, fed them, helped them out with their relationship on a visit, even got a couple of hours with them. Now, when I came home, these are the people that can't be nowhere near me.
It's crazy,
They got to
right?
be the furthest thing from me because now we got a situation going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's either, you know, you're going to play and have these people around you and get caught up, or you're going to stand on business and you're going to stand 10 toes down even when you by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's part of that 130. Even when you by yourself, by myself,
But
by
about
myself.
myself,
You know what I'm
what?
saying? So me coming home, when I first came home, bro, it was so many bloods and everything that pulled up on 183rd, waiting to see what I had to say. I could have fixed the whole hood, took whatever I wanted to do. When I found out they did that, I went the furthest the other way I can go. You know what I'm saying? Because if that would have never really happened to the hood at that time, I would have came home to thousands of motherfucking outlaws that I didn't probably know, didn't know what they was caught up in or something like that. And y'all could have been reading about me in the news about being in the feds, like a lot of these other guys that was in the
That's a
feds.
fact.
You know what I'm
You're right.
saying?
You ain't saying
And
nothing wrong.
and then also what inspired me to also talk to a lot of these kids out here too, right? Is this. A lot of the kids that's going through these wars, the YGs, the OGs, and all that shit that's going on, it started somewhere with us in prison. You know what I'm saying? That's why when the dude said like, "Yo, dudes be enemies and be with each other," but then the young soldiers, I felt that because we know that has happened. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I need to speak to these kids because like, well, the area I was in, it was a lot of Mac ballers. Then I go to another area, is their enemies. But y'all not even responsible for this war. And once upon a time, y'all was cool. Y'all just chose to follow people that y'all don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of put me on a outside looking in, but I was always, but in essence, I'm in the inside looking out. Because remember, me and you, us, we didn't never thought that it would go outside this big. We didn't know that blood was going to get this big like that. And what a
Right.
lot of people don't realize that rap helped us. Jay-Z told my dog that's locked in the Bing when we hit the
You hit the
bricks, new
bricks,
whips,
new whips,
money ain't a
money.
thing.
That's
Remember,
right.
we was B dogs,
We was
blood.
in the
Do
Bing
only
at that
gangster
time.
shit. Bloods do only gangster shit. We was the
he was talking
B-Dogs.
about us in the Bing at that time.
And then Pistol Pete, Pistol Pete case. Lord Tariq with the Deja Vu. Like dive in the fire, we know Uptown, baby. And they was talking about Pete case and it was all over. And then you had the rise of Dipset.
That is true.
You know what
That
I'm
is true.
saying? So we didn't think that it was, you know what I'm saying, we had got assistance, you know what I'm saying?
Even
So
DMX, a lot of people thought DMX was blood.
exactly. But you know, at that time, rap was looking for the next Tupac. You know what I'm saying? That's how Ja Rule had that little with the bandana for a little while. And then DMX just came and just shut shit down on a whole nother, you know, thing and everything. You know what I'm saying? But that and plus Mikey, when I was when I was in Auburn, right? I had homies that had their GED going into college. Warren Buffett, the billionaire Warren Buffett, his sister has an organization, right? And her organization paid for our college, for our college, our college classes from Cornell University. So we had the Cornell University, which is an Ivy League school, professors coming into Auburn teaching us. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I was taking up behavioral science. So I took up microeconomics. You know what I'm saying? I took up a lot of things. And then while I was in prison, I also was facilitating AVP, which is the alternative to violence. So I was helping people
Me
trying to get
too. Yeah.
home. Yeah, I was trying to help people while I was in a pen, especially the homies, to get home, to be with their families and do certain things. And one of the reasons why I started doing AVP also is because the history of what's the sister name? Harriet Tubman and the Quakers with the Underground Railroad, them building the state of Pennsylvania, even starting, you know what I'm saying, solitary confinement. But the relationship between Harriet Tubman, how they helped us, you know, as she was helping them free. Remember, the Underground Railroad was the Quakers' houses. They was hiding them in their cellars and stuff
Right.
like that.
Right.
So being that the Quakers was coming into the prison voluntarily, they wasn't getting paid. They was using their own money because you know the Quakers. That's a Christian sect. It's a religious sect. You know, it's a friend society. And they was coming in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To educate us. You know what I'm saying? And to help us for we could be because you know to do ART, the government funded thing. You had to be close to your bid. So that means I got to be close to my bid, be my family, I got to be this. So the alternative was AVP, and I was making sure to help people. You know what I'm saying? Get their motherfucking their trailers or make their date to get the fuck home. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that inspired me, man. And these are the things that I lined myself up for and prepared myself and taught myself. So when I come out to society, I won't have like butterflies to speak into a big crowd. You know what I'm saying? I'm educated enough to and historically enough to know what the hell I'm talking about if I need to, you know what I'm saying, argue a situation in regards to our rights and shit like that. You know what I'm
Oh, all
saying? It's
right.
just giving that whole experience.
Oh, that's great. All right. So how was coming home, connecting to the community? Tell me that whole story. Tell me some of the things you did, some of the people you worked with. How was that coming home, getting released, getting out of there? Um, and I know you could tell me about like the India bid, what it took, because it's one thing to do a bid, but it's something totally different to come home, like from being the people that we are, and you know, coming home is like you gotta hold your hand. We was really active, you know what I'm saying? So how was that, getting out and coming home? What did you have to change? What are some of the things you had to do to, be this new person to get out and to become free?
You know what's crazy, bro? What I learned about plans, you could plan to the bitter end. When you come home, you might not even follow none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever have you, it might be happening a whole different way. Cause mind you, I was gone 20 years, a little over 20 years. So when I left, I was a teenager outside running wild. I come home, I'm an adult trying to get my life together. So that right alone fuck with me because I'm like, damn, the time that I was running around doing all that bullshit, shooting, going here, doing this, doing that, and all that negative shit, I could have been getting myself together. So the time I'm at now, I could have been getting ready to fucking retire.
Right.
Not now trying to get life together at going on 50, bro.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? But you know what I'm saying? That was you know, that was the life. You know what I'm saying? I was a real high risk kid. You know what I'm saying? I was off the chain. I was out here going, you know what I'm saying, bananas. And I had to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So even though I've been home almost 9 years, God willing, I'm still adapting, bro. Because the mentality has changed. It's not the same New York.
right,
You know what I'm saying? You got people from other places. So common sense is not as common no more. It's cultural differences. People view things differently. For example, if I come to your house and you offer me something to eat, if I'm not hungry, I say, yo, Mike, I just eat, no disrespect, pardon me. You be like, oh, good. Because, you know what I'm saying, I would come to nigga house and eat you out of house at home and be on some greedy shit, you know what I'm saying?
right,
But now we go to Japan or we go to Japanese house and they offer you something, if you don't accept it, is a form of disrespect
right,
in their culture. So, you know what I'm saying? See how it contradicts each other. So these are the cultural differences that we are faced with out here. You know, me, because like I said, this is a whole nother city than what I came from. The mentality was different. And one of the reasons why I feel the mentalities is different is because we was a part of the mass incarceration. When we got locked up,
right,
New York City was the murder capital. Saying the AIDS pandemic was crazy, the crack pandemic was crazy. We had the Rockefeller law, the drug laws that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So all these things took our black and Spanish or Latino men out the household. It took us out the way.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So now we got a lot of young men, young adults that was raised by their moms. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, us as father, we ain't gonna be sexist or nothing like that. Me as a father, my goal was always to show her and to teach her how to identify men that I used to be. So she don't get caught up with a person like her father was. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So I would assume that a mother would do the same, or she would raise her, you know what I'm saying, or whatever have you. But that man wasn't there to teach him what it is to be a man and what it is a man, what it is a man to do. You know what I'm saying? But the organizations that that really changed me a lot was SOS, which is Shade by Street, is an anti gun organization.
How you get that job?
Actually, I got that job because my YouTube channel. When I was on my
Wow.
that's crazy, right? When I was on my YouTube channel when I first started, before people started bad, you know, hating and whatever, you know, my messages was getting out there. You know, I bumped into a lot of people that was like, yo, Mel, man, you just helped me figure this out, or the way you put this helped me, just help my whole situation, or you just helped me with my relationship, or you just helped me with that. So it was other people that was hearing what I was doing. So actually, one of the guys, the guy that hired me from SOS, actually reached out to John Rambo.
Oh wow. Salute to
Know what
John
I'm
Rambo.
saying? Know what I'm saying? Shout out to John Rambo, and he was like, "Yo, what's up with Boo? You know, dude, he from your hood and all that." He was like, "Yeah, that's little bro. You know, that's little bro and all that. You know, Kross be my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Tech, this that and the other, boom, boom. You know, little Greg and everything." So he like, "Word, whatever." I got the link, got in tune, whatever, and then plus somebody else was telling me that they was hiring, and you know, and that's how that connected, and
What
that's
was
how I
your
became.
what was your job title?
I started off at an outreach worker. So an outreach worker, I would walk through 169 Boston Road. I walk through Forest Projects, walk through McKinley Projects. I walk through John Adam Projects. I walk through St. Mary Projects. I walk through Batanza Projects. I walk through 149th and 3rd Avenue. And basically just trying to stop little beefs, you know what I'm saying, little issues that was going on. If a little fight's going on, see if we could break the fight up as we moving along. Um, at times when we got a certain amount of funding, a certain amount of money, we'd throw like book bag giveaways, you know, big book bag drives. Christmas, we had a big Christmas giveaway. We did Christmas. We gave out a lot of Christmas presents in Patterson projects and in Mount Haven projects. When people get shot or get murdered, we do shooting responses. That's when you see me with the bullhorn, and I give an experience on why this shouldn't have happened. You know, we do things like that, and we go on little trips and everything. But then I became uh the community coordinator, right? So what I would do then was like keep ties with the local organizations like the barber shops and everything, give them like shirts and get them support, do little barbershop things, hold meetings and everything. I was doing stuff like that, but it was more community and not directly with the kids.
Um, yo, that's great work. We appreciate you, bro. You heard?
Thank you, bro. Yeah.
Um, so let me ask you this:
Hmm.
coming from where we came from, coming from,
What
you know,
time
a
is it, Mikey? Pardon me
lifestyle.
1 second. What time is it?
It's 2:05.
All
How
right.
much
Y'all
longer you
gotta,
got? You got about 5 minutes.
gotta get ready to start. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna give you this last question.
Mm-hmm.
Returning to your community, being from the person that you were to who you was now, how did it make you feel to be doing that? And how did the community feel and accept you for doing that?
I felt real great that I was doing it, not because the cameras and everything on me, because I really enjoy helping people. You know what I'm saying?
Helping out your community, helping out your
Yes,
people.
yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Remember, that's the whole reason why I turned damn move. You know what I'm saying? Also, so I love helping out the community. Um, and it was good that we was inspiring other brothers that was coming home, that was in the struggle, that was banging everything, to come home and also follow suit and be active in the community. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I took my lessons and everything to heart, man. When they said that, you know what I'm saying, we the vanguard, we're gonna do this, and I was educating myself. I meant everything. And that's, you know what I'm saying, that meant the world to me. So I stayed 10 toes down on that. You know what I mean? Word.
Yeah, bro. But I know you got to get to work, man. This is a great one. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't going front. I wish I ain't even had to really end it
I know
because
how
I'm
it
really
go. We
like
could do it
chilling.
again, bro.
Yeah, but I just want to say thank you to the chat, thank you to the channel, thank you Mikey B for giving me the opportunity. This is real big, this is grown man. I humbly really appreciate these
Yo, we love
flowers.
you,
I
bro. We love the
accept
work
them.
that you
I
doing.
accept them wholeheartedly. And a lot of people that don't know about me and Mikey B, man, that's my comrade. We used to call each other twins. We used to always snap on each other all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Little kids should have a lot of jokes about everything. But Mikey will tell you, man, when he got it in, when he had to put that work in and he had to pop on police, and he came over there to NIC, or to the Beacon box with us, all beat up and fucked up and everything. Niggas had to turn up. That shit broke my heart. But I'm also proud of you, Mikey, that you out here doing the right thing and everything, and I also appreciate you for the fact that when something was bothering me and I brought it to your attention, you know what I'm saying? You remain the man and you value our relationship and our bond that
Of
we
course, you
had for
my
all
brother,
these
bro.
years.
Like, you know,
And
we
you
on this
didn't do
internet,
none of
but
that
you my
faggot
brother,
shit
bro.
that the
You know
other
what we've
chick
been
do.
through. You know what we've been through. You know the real struggle of what we've been through and where we came from to where we at now, bro. You my brother, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah,
know,
man.
we gonna make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't perfect, bro. But you know, let me tell you something, man. Like I said, man, you doing great work out here, man. I love you from the peoples. You know what I'm saying? If nobody else don't say it, bro, I love you. Um, you doing great work, man. We need more brothers to come out here and to be like you and to do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Staying free,
Mhm.
making good examples, stepping up for our community, stepping up for the hood, and being there for them youngins to have a different perspective of what an OG is now today. You know what I'm saying?
No question, bro.
Word up, bro. But I'm gonna let you get off to work. I'm gonna close the show out. Yo, Tiny, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, man. But yeah, man, you doing great work. Keep it up. You got brighter things in the future, bro. It just started. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
We
fact.
spent a
Yo,
lot. Go
guys,
ahead,
I'm
bro.
about, I'm about.
Speak,
Now,
bro.
I just want to say again, man, thank you for the chat, man. Appreciate the love, man. Again, man, Frankie Boo, welcome home. I didn't know the Conrad was home. Much love and respect, man. Official dude, man. Got a lot of love and respect for you, bro. I ain't see who else was really in the chat, you know what I'm saying? But I see James in there. Yeah, shout out to Motley. You know what I mean? A lot of people that's in here that I know, man. Salute is all love, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for all those that show Mikey support. Salute the channel. My channel, Kross TV Network. That's Kross with a K. Salute, man. Have a great day, all y'all. Yo, Mikey,
Salute,
I'm gonna
bro.
hit you up
Appreciate you,
later.
bro.
I'm gonna hit you up later on, bro.
Hit me up, bro.
Yeah, and I'm gonna throw it on my channel a little later on. But love you, bro. You heard?
Love you,
Keep doing the
bro.
good
Yo,
work. You're
yo.
doing a lot of good stuff.
Right.
And thank you, man.
Appreciate
It
you.
was a good interview and a good content. Thank you. I love the questions that you asked me, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
You already know.
Um, yeah, that was Cross, man. This was a great one. Yo, Tiny Let Loose, man. He got me over here tearing up. Y'all know I'm soft. Y'all know I ain't the same bad Mikey I used to be, man. Mad Mikey be crying all the time now. You know what I'm saying? I got PTSD. He got me over here tearing up. But I ain't been scared. I've been through a lot worse. You know what I mean? Um, but yo, Tiny Let Loose, good looking, man. He said, Tiny Let Loose said, all up. All love to all of you guys. It's eye-opening to us on the West how they say we are so different, but we are not. Prison is oppression no matter where you live. Love from the Crenshaw District and CPT. Salute to the West Coast, man. You already know we nation from the east to the west, man. We locked in. You know what we do. You know what I'm saying? You saw one love, and we was one love. You know what I mean? It's one of us, man. But this was a great interview. Um, Salute to Mel Cross. Salute to brothers and sisters like Mel Cross. Please hit me up with other people that y'all know um, that need this Soldier Sunday from the east to the west, Ohio down. I don't care where they from. There's no rhyme or reason on how I'm picking people and who I'm putting on this show. I'm just, getting everybody. It's not, I'm not just the best person or that's the worst. I'm just lining everybody up. I'm putting them in here because we got to salute our soldiers. You know what I mean? We got to salute our people. Big up to Smitty. Smitty Bremen, a lot going on TV. You know, he inspired me to do this somewhat. He gives out flowers on his show. Make sure y'all go follow his show as well. That's a lot going on TV. Um, go follow Mel Cross at Cross TV Network. Mel Cross, Cross with a K. That's how he said. That's how he do it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that tapped in, that tuned in for the show. I might come on later and do something on the death I heard about. R.I.P. the Powerful in Auburn. This is what I was afraid of. I told y'all this. I knew something like this was gonna happen. I hope we don't have more deaths in this lockdown. But salute to that brother, R.I.P. the Powerful, that brother that died in Auburn. But we gotta support one another. You know what I mean? We gotta big one each other up. We got enough people out here trying to pull each other down, and that's what we do on Soldier Sunday. You heard? Salute to Mel Cross, bro. We love you. You know what I mean? We love the work that you do, and your community loves you, and we need more soldiers on the front line like you. Salute.